We're a small group of friends.
Sorry, what was your question? I got sidetracked. Did you say if I had anything else before we get going?
Yeah. Anything else before we get going, or can we get going? Because we're late. We got an audience here. So let's get mad.
Let's do it. Do. I just did some air fist pumps.
Oh,
we're on fire.
Randy. Kristen, tell Randy to come back. I need him. Oh, Svensson, get into the Rich Dickman live show chat. I'm not going to read up in general. Oh, Kristen left too. Oh, Kristen's back.
It's a conspiracy.
It's just
they don't like our jokes thus far. They think coronavirus is serious business. No jokes allowed.
All right, Ray, stop it. All right, let's fucking do a show. God damn it.
Do it.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 103 of the Rich Dickman Show, the podcast that is slightly better than mediocre. I am your host, I am Rem. Lockdown still, right? Stay at home, what's that? But I'm essential, still going out. We got a plan to open up, right? It's coming, right? We're gonna get back in business soon. It's falling off a cliff or a plateau. I don't know what's going on, but I'm excited and I have to be hopeful, but I know something will take away from me, right? Hey Ray, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's going on? How are you? It feels like it's been a while since we talked.
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing pretty well. Ray, I've got my Captain Morgan Long Island iced tea, and this isn't some weak ass like Seagram's malt liquor beverage. This is the actual shit, right? This is like it's got rum, whiskey, gin, vodka, and triple sec with natural flavor and caramel color. So what I'm saying is it'll get you drunk. It gets you drunk real quick. Anyways, here we are. It's 103, nice. Ray. And we're still, we're a little past a month since the world changed. That was March 12th. I don't know if you remember. I remember. And we're still in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic that is worldwide. And I had to explain today, Ray, why somebody's item was not moving in the projected time frame. I said because half the staff at the place that your item goes through is not there, so there's going to be a delay. And then he said, "Well, what do I tell my creditors?" And I said, I don't know. Maybe they would give you a little bit of leeway since there's a global pandemic affecting everything. Well, they're not going to like that. So listen, first of all, you stupid son of a bitch. If you're waiting on what I'm sending you for your creditors, you're doing a bad job because you should actually know what bills are due and when, right? We don't just get surprised once a month. Oh shit, I got to pay my bill on the 16th. Wow. I had no idea. No, you know, the 16th of every month, you got to pay a bill. And you know about what the payment's going to be. So go ahead and get ready for that, right? Second of all, I said, well, if they're giving you a hard time, sir, just have them call me because I'm a pretty big deal. I know what's going on. And you know what? I'll advocate on your behalf. Well, I'm not going to do that. I don't even know their numbers. All right. Listen, buddy, I can't help you. All right. You're going to have to sit there and you're going to have to be okay with this. I've got no other answer for you, man. It's out of my hands now. Anyways. All right. Before we get going.
Right, what does he expect you to literally just do everything for him? Like, you know who he's communicating with so you can contact him like on your own? Yeah. Like people are bad.
It's terrible, man. And all right. Listen, all right. You want more of the show, go to richdickman.com for all your Rich Dickman needs. Check the merchandise tab out. Ray's got a whole new splash page up for a brand new store, and there's some pretty cool stuff there. Oh, I didn't get a chance to do it today, but tomorrow we're going to be doing Rich Dickman Show face coverings. Ray, I hope you're excited. Ooh. Yes. Call the Dickman line, 860-316-4776, and at Rich Dickman Show on Twitter. Okay. Ray, what's happening, man? We had, we had Mad Cooks on last week. I'd like to thank Mad Cooks. And I forgot last week to thank Angus Maple and Barry's for being on 101. So thank you to them. Yeah. But Mad Cooks was great last week. It was a great discussion, mostly because we agree. But every once in a while, it's nice to just talk with somebody who agrees with you. Right. Ray.
It can be, yeah.
Yeah, it can be. All right. What's going on with
positive
you, buddy?
reinforcement?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of merchandise, so I ordered my Rich Dickman Show hoodie.
Ooh.
It has our faces on it. It says the show on it.
Did it arrive?
And I got a package on Tuesday, which was roughly the time that it should have been showing up, plus or minus a couple days.
Yeah.
So my wife didn't open it, set it on the stairs. So as I was coming upstairs, I was like, ooh, what's this? Super excited, ran upstairs, opened it. It's not the hoodie. It's some t-shirts for the lovely 3 ladies that have been on the show.
Oh.
I had them. We ran into, let's just call it, I'll just blame coronavirus. I was going to make them here, and then I ended up just doing it online because it ended up just being more convenient. But basically got those, the design for those shirts. Thick bitches love the Rich Dickman Show. Now, so we'll be mailing those out to those ladies.
I know Lisa May was excited about it because she came up with that slogan. But did you ask Jessica and Sarah if they're okay with that?
No, but I made the shirts anyway. They don't have to take them. It'll be an option. It's no cost to them. Yeah, they don't have to wear it. There's no obligation. It's
please
just went ahead and did it.
When offering them this shirt, that this was Lisa May's idea. Please, okay.
I did. I said and that's what. So I sent Jessica Lust a message and said, "Hey, in our collaboration with Lisa May, here's a shirt that we made." So it's not like we're just assuming that they love the show or anything like that. No assumptions. It's a collaboration. She hasn't responded yet. I just got those things. So we'll be getting those out shortly. And, so we got some nice merch. So, not only that, but that merchandise store. I still haven't seen the damn hoodie though.
Yeah. So, I'm waiting on my t-shirt too. I got the Rem and Ray t-shirt and I'm just waiting for that to come. Nice. That's exciting. Yeah. No, it'll be fun to see our shirts in actual pornography. So that's going to be awesome.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But we'll keep expanding the product line out there, which, that's always fun. But besides that, so I got a couch update. So the guy, I said last week, called me on Thursday and said, he calls me at 2:30, 3 o'clock. And it's like, hey, can you come pick it up today? It just came in. And this is, again, the day before or the day after that I had called, and he said, it's going to be in over another week. What? So I was like, all right, well, it's weird that I talked to him on Wednesday. He's like, it's going to be a week. And then on Thursday, he's like, hey, it's in. And not only that, calls me like I said, 2:30, 3 o'clock. He's like, can you come pick it up today? I'm like, no. Well, what time are you open till? He's like 4. I'm like, I'm still working. Like, what do you think? Like, I have nothing better to do? I'm like, well, are you open tomorrow? And he's like, nope. I'm like, so this place isn't even open Fridays. So they're open Saturdays. So I go over there on Saturday, and not only do they not have it at the actual store, they have it at a little place around the corner. It's like a mile away. So I got to follow the guy over to their warehouse, and it's like it's actually behind a dispensary in this town. Oh, nice. So it's like kind of shady. It's just like this, I don't say rundown, but just like a shed that he's got these sofas in. So now I'm like, what the fuck am I getting myself into? Like, I'm going to get killed by these guys, murdered. Like, what is happening? So then we pull into it's back lot, like taco truck back there, broken down vehicles, and then this shed. And I'm like, I'm going to die for sure. And he tells me, he is in front of me. So we pull up to the shed, and he's like pointing to the side. He's like, park right there. And I'm like, okay. So I park. And then he goes around the other side. So I don't even know where he is. So I'm waiting for 2 minutes. I'm thinking, well, I thought he'd come back and get me. So then I'm like, well, I'm going to fucking stand here all day. So then I start walking around. And again, I'm thinking some guard dog from what's that fucking show? Sandlot. Like, I'm going to get attacked by this dog or something and get eaten alive. But I walk around, and he's just in the shed. I go inside the shed, and he's like in there. He's like, oh yeah, we got the wrong one. It's not right facing. It's a left facing sectional.
Oh
I'm like, well, son of a bitch. And that was the one thing. They had that already in stock when we were there. And my wife was adamant. She's like, no, we want the right facing. So I'm like, well, fuck, I guess we'll wait. And he's like, it'll just be here Monday. So I'm like, oh, well, that's not bad. We can wait a couple days. So I'm like, fine, we'll come back. And he said, we'll give you free delivery. I talked him into that, right? So we get the free delivery. Mm-hmm. So then I call him on Monday. Hey, couch come in. But not only, sorry, I couldn't even get a hold of him. So I call him, goes voicemail. Same thing Tuesday, leave a message. Same thing Wednesday. And then today I call him. So then I get home, and I'm like, telling my wife, I'm like, dude, I keep calling them, and they just fucking goes to voicemail, and they won't call me back. And so she goes on Facebook and messages them. And she's like, oh, he responded like immediately. I'm like, that son of a bitch. He fucking just checks Facebook but not his phone. So she's like, oh, they tried calling you today. And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, oh yeah, from this number. And I'm like, all right, let me look. So I go through my phone and I'm like, oh yeah. And I'm scrolling like, oh yeah, it looks like they did try and call me once. You want to know why I didn't get the call? Because when at work, my phone blows up. I got 45 fucking calls today at work. Like just saying, I get a lot of goddamn calls. I can't literally answer the phone every time someone calls.
Sorry, what happened? You have a couch?
So fucking still don't have a couch, but apparently we can pick it up Saturday. Apparently. Now we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Okay. You should vlog that. You should
burn their store down.
Give your wife a camera just to film you picking up this couch, and then send it over to me. I'll make a YouTube video.
Oh my God.
That's
actually sorry. They're not. I don't have to pick it up. They're dropping it off. But if I had to go pick it up, I would be super upset. Mm-hmm. Like it's unbelievable. I have no words anymore. It's just insane that they just like don't care. It's like a side business for these guys. So, yeah, fuck them.
Did you learn a lesson, Ray?
Hate them. Maybe don't buy from guys that have a furniture business as like a side business. If they're not open Monday through Friday or Sunday through Saturday or something, 7 days a week, don't go there.
Sometimes the price of convenience is worth it, Ray. And that's all I'm saying, buddy. You probably would have had a couch by now. But I hope you get your couch on Saturday, and I hope it's the most comfortable goddamn couch in the world, man, because every man deserves a good couch or a recliner. Or both. Or both, right? Who says you can't have both? I can't have both because apparently there's no room for a recliner in my house. Yeah.
I know. We can't have nice things.
No.
At all.
Never.
That's us dads.
Yeah, we can't even sleep.
We don't deserve them.
We don't get shit. Like I gotta. Ray is like, I'm the designated going out person now, right? So I'm the one who's exposing myself to the elements. I'm going into the stores. I'm putting on the N95. I'm putting on the gloves, right? I'm trying to social distance myself away from people.
So you actually wear that shit.
Yeah, I'm putting my life on the line every single day. I got to work. I got to go to the store. I got to, all this shit. And what do I get out of it? I still got to make dinner, and I got the dishes and shit, right? Because everybody else is busy with other nonsense. And I got to get looked at like I don't do enough because, somebody else is busy all day taking care of the kids and working from home and helping them with the schoolwork. Like that shit's hard, right? So, all right, I'm sorry. I'm complaining.
Yeah, no, like, dude, everything sucks. Hey, the positive thing with this coronavirus, I'll just say this. The mail that comes here, the person that checks it, I'm not going to name names, but the other person in the house that checks the mail, doesn't always pass the mail along in an efficient manner. And I missed jury duty, I'll call it like 2 months ago. So then I had to call and reschedule and stuff. And then I got summoned for another jury duty. But you know what coronavirus has done?
Canceled jury duty.
So so I'm like, hey, that's kind of nice. So it kind of covered all that up. So, there's a silver lining to everything, people.
Oh, Ray. I started watching this Tiger King that you told me to, Ray.
Mm-hmm.
And
what do you think so far? How far in are you?
Well, listen, I watch it when I'm getting hit in the bed, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
My friend Mike, he watches it like when he's getting stoned before bed. And so he doesn't remember any of it. From what I've seen of it though, I've enjoyed every single bit. I think it's excellently made. Like you go from the first episode kind of telling you about the overall situation, and then the second episode you get into the other side. Oh, it's really good. I'm enjoying it so far.
Do you know how many episodes in you are so far?
I'm on
roughly.
I'm on the third episode, or maybe fourth. I might be the fourth episode. I like the second episode because it started off with dispatch. We have someone who had the arm ripped off by a tiger.
Yeah. It's fucking insane, right? And she was back at work a week later.
Because she didn't want them to think that crazy. He was negligent or some shit. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yes. Yeah. Did you see the part where, I don't know if you caught it, but after that happened, so he went over, attended to her, and then he went back in the office or something like that, and he put on the emergency medical services jacket, and then went and talked to all the people in the park and was like, so one of our employees had their arm ripped off by a tiger, but he's wearing the fucking jacket like a baller, dude. Oh my God, it's amazing. Joe Exotic is fucking hysterical. Like, he's a terrible person, but amazing in the cinematic universe, if you will.
He's a character.
Oh my God.
Hey, you were talking about merch.
Insane.
Doing our merchandise a few minutes ago. My son, and I've talked about this before. He's got a little YouTube channel, and I've been editing his videos, and it's fun because I get to practice video editing, and you learn something new all the time, right? And but he asked me, and thank you, producer Ryan, for doing the logo for his YouTube channel. That thing, I gotta show you, Ray, when it's done. Nice. It's fucking rad. But he said, "So, hey, Dad, when can I get merch?" And I said, "What?" He said, "When can I get merch for my YouTube channel?" I'm like, "What?
When you have a request?
What are you talking about? Merch for a YouTube channel? You build Legos. Like, what kind of merch are you gonna?" He said, "Well, I want to get $1,000 so I can buy bigger Lego sets." I'm like, "Dude, that's not how this works."
He's thinking big, that's better than thinking small, I guess. But
yeah, it's all right, man. We'll do it that way. All right. What else you got?
Awesome. That is. Oh man. Well, that's the other thing that we've been doing is I believe everyone is that, like, so we watched Tiger King. We started watching like Dr. Pimple Popper, which is disgusting and mesmerizing at the same time. I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
No,
but
thank you.
It's but the other one that we just started that's very, very interesting is 100 Humans. Actually, I think we just finished it last night. But it does a lot of tests, if you will, with 100 subjects, and some of the stuff they learn is, to me, interesting. If you like learning about humans and what makes them tick, I'd say give that a look. And that's what, just in general, like, if we're all in this together, stupid coronavirus, and my only piece of advice would be try and learn something new or watch something informative, or make the most of it. You got some time to kill, right? Don't just fucking feel miserable.
If you haven't leveled up a skill, man, you're doing this shit wrong, right? My cooking has gone from A+ to A++. All right. Goddamn, the shit I'm doing in the kitchen is just ridiculous.
Redonk.
Yes. Ridiculous.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, you should be leveling up. You should be doing something, right? Or don't. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't care. I don't fucking care anymore. I just want to go to Hot Pot. I just want to go to New York City and just fucking see my buddy and see producer Ryan and go have some Hot Pot. Yeah, sucks. All right. Yeah.
Well, the only other thing I've really got is, so I've been kind of probably spending way too much money just shopping online. Like I said, just buying merchandise and whatever. So the other thing I was doing is I was like, oh, I could use some cologne. So I bought some cologne.
How are you going to have cologne you can't smell?
I know. No, but that's the thing. Because I can't smell, I'm like, in many ways, super self-conscious. Because I'm like, do I smell? Like, do I need to pay extra attention to this? You know what I'm saying? So I got the cologne, but it came with a little sampler. So which is the little like vial, like the tube with the little lid on top, or the cap. It's kind of like this whiskey cap, but it doesn't come off very easily. So when the first couple times I tried it, I was like, let me see if this works. I popped that thing off, and the cologne's like spraying all over me. Like, it just flies out because you can't get the little damn cap off. So next thing I know, I'm like asking my family, I'm like, do I smell good? Do I smell like super strong? Like, what am I supposed to be doing? Like, this is the kind of stuff that sucks. I'm like, should I take a shower to like rinse all this cologne off? Do I seem like some douchebag that's going to the club that just sprayed himself in cologne and just, that's all you can smell from, 250 yards away? Like, it just sucks. So I'm just like, do you know, is all cologne like super strong? Like, should I be only using these are the things that suck. Like, I have no idea about any of this.
Okay, this is how you buy cologne, Ray, especially in your situation.
Yeah.
You have a wife. I don't believe you have a girlfriend on the side. So stick with your wife and say, hey, baby, why don't you do me a favor and pick out some cologne that you like, and I'll wear it. And boom, you're done. She'll pick out what she likes, and you don't have to worry about it because you don't smell it. So you don't give a shit, and just let her, so she can smell you while you stare at her hot ass all day. So I think that's a win-win right there, bud.
Yeah. Speaking of which, she got those new sweatpants. Holy balls. I could not stop staring. She wore those for like 2 days in a row.
What did I tell you? Picks or get the fuck out?
Oh my goodness.
What's the matter with you?
It's crazy.
You don't share. What, have you learned nothing from the Priory Society?
Oh my goodness. How about this? Here's a picture right there in the chat.
Jesus Christ, really? You just put a picture of your wife in the chat?
Yeah, that's her butt right there in those sweatpants.
Did you say, hey, baby, turn around and put your picture in the chat? Did you just delete it?
Yeah, I deleted it. I don't know what you guys would do with it.
Okay.
Can't leave it in there too long.
God damn right. Right, that's for you
that's
and me.
Cute butt.
Jesus
you were able to see it. That was the quickest way I could send it.
All right. All right.
It is proof that it's a nice butt.
Right.
I would live with that thing all day.
Yeah. Hey, everybody in the live chat room, thank you for being here. Make sure you download the show when it comes out because I like to see those numbers. All right, Ray, let me ask you a question. I'm not going to get political.
And real quick,
fuck.
If you're not in the live show chat, you're missing out on pictures of amazing things. So maybe do that.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
God damn. You have to send pictures when you and your wife go down to Eros and Isis's house and visit with them. I want pictures from the moment you arrive until after you leave.
I would just wear a GoPro or something.
Yeah. Perfect. Right. Okay. I'm not going to get political here, but I do want to ask you a question, Ray, because I don't know. Maybe it's just, it's hard to tell, but I think I'm pretty clear about it. Ray, what is my political philosophy in life? Could you answer that? Do you know what it is?
Man, it's hard for me to maybe say it the way you would say it, but, as far as political leanings, if you will, it would be more, less government, if you will, and let people, the rights that we have in the country should be abided by. Do you want me to further elaborate? Is that kind of what you were
whatever you want to say, because I'm curious as to how I come across. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I'm tone deaf.
No, and that plus, you're more of a, let's look at every situation, uniquely. Yeah. That's how I would say it. And I try and do the same thing too. Right. Because if you just, tangent, but if you start just lumping yourself in with a group, you're not really thinking about things logically.
There may be a lot of nuance in it, right? And Randy has it down there. Personal responsibility. That's a big one. So I'm big on personal responsibility.
Yeah,
I'm big on the government leaving me alone. And I'm big on people being able to do what they want as long as it leaves me alone. I don't care. Just don't involve me. All right? I don't care about gay marriage. Have fun. Just doesn't involve me. I don't care about abortion. Have fun. It doesn't involve me. I don't care about guns. I don't care about drugs. As long as it doesn't involve me, I just don't care, right? And people should be free to make the choices they want to make. All right. I also like to look at both sides of an issue because one side's not always right and one side's not always wrong. And there's a lot of gray areas that we have to discuss because one side might have a really good idea, but a lot of crap around it. And the other side might have a lot of crap around, a lot of good ideas, but one crappy idea that kind of negates everything, right? And we just dismiss that. And so instead of, we can just come together, we can have a conversation, and we can find a goddamn solution, okay? And yes, like licking ice cream, Randy, exactly like that. And I think that gets me in trouble when I try to insert my thoughts into things, especially on Twitter. I got into it with wrestling Twitter the past couple of days, right?
I saw a little bit of that, yeah.
talk about fucking shit that doesn't matter, right? The World Wrestling Entertainment released a whole bunch of people, because they've got a revenue stream that's been cut off because they can't do live shows right now. And they're not touring. They don't need the extra talent for the live shows. They had to release a lot of people, all right? That's just the cost of doing business. And a lot of wrestling fans just don't understand how business works and think, well, they have all this extra money. They should be able to pay these people. I was like, well, no, that's not how business works, especially when you're a public company. You can't just throw money away like that when people aren't doing it. You have shareholders to answer to. You have to show a profit. You have to make money. Otherwise, you're going to have bad times. And so I was getting into it. And I was just like, and they're like, well, now, and I was accused of being a bootlicker for WWE and just, hey, keep trying, buddy. Maybe Vince McMahon will notice you. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't want to get noticed by anybody. What are you talking about? I'm defending a company's right to do business. And the guy said, oh, there's a lot of immorality in releasing all. What do you mean immoral? There's no morals in business. Bottom line is making money. That's what business is.
Yeah.
Right or wrong. That's what it is. And you idiots here complaining about things and because you don't understand how business works isn't going to do any good for anybody. And, I got into it for a couple of days, but what comes with that is, a lot of exposure on the tweets and people clicking on the profile. And so one guy said, what did he say?
Yeah, I think I know.
You keep trying, world famous podcaster. I'm like, oh, thanks. You didn't get the joke. Awesome. Of course you wouldn't get the joke.
Yeah. Yes.
But that also comes into like the whole coronavirus thing, right? And as we discussed with Mad Cooks last week with Tab, is that there's far-reaching effects right beyond people getting sick. Okay, yeah, there's people getting sick, there's people being hospitalized, there's people dying, and all that is terrible, right? And we can say all that is terrible while also saying locking everybody in their houses is also not a great idea because it will lead to more. Because I say we should, think about how to open back up doesn't mean I want people to die. It means I would like to find a reasonable, safe way to get people back working again, because the more people who aren't working, the more problems we're going to have down the line. It's not just about right now, it's about the future. And then also, as all the models come in and each projection has been wrong and wrong and wrong and wrong again, and like these hospitals weren't overwhelmed outside of New York, we have to reassess and reevaluate. But then there's other people just hammering it home. No, you can't. Because the second you go outside, everybody's going to die. It's like, no, that's not how this works. That's not what we're getting at here. Yeah. And along the way, a lot of people got everything wrong. All right. Not only were the models and projections wrong, but a lot of the early news reports, right, were wrong as well, where you had different news outlets saying, hey, it's no worse than the flu, or hey, you have to worry about the flu. Don't worry about coronavirus. Or even the World Health Organization originally said, we have no evidence of human-to-human transmission. And our Centers for Disease Control said, wearing a mask isn't going to help. If you're sick, maybe you should wear a mask, but if you're not sick, don't worry about it. What's happening now, Ray? We're all wearing masks. Okay. We're going to have an executive order signed by a bunch of governors, mine included, that says you're going to have to wear masks wherever you go that's in public. And if you don't wear a mask, you're going to face fines or possibly jail time. Oh boy, that's interesting. We also had a police force in North Carolina say that protesting was not an essential activity. And it was funny to me. Yeah. All the people who support Antifa's protests suddenly decided protesting was not an essential activity because you could get other people sick.
Yeah.
Huh. It's very interesting how this one works. So anyways, I had a little tip with Svensson today on Twitter, and I don't know if Craig's going to hold up. Is Craig still going? I think it is. Right?
Yeah. So far, yeah.
All right. Hey, Randy, if you want to unmute Svensson, or Svensson, if you want to come in and we can talk about this one, buddy, because I think it's worth talking about. But just to set it up, and I'm going to go right into the notifications because I don't want to get it wrong, is that, I'm just doing my own thing today. And, I see a notification and I look at it and I see it's Svensson, and he tagged me and he tagged poor, what the hell's his name? Megacode. And, yeah, Megacode was an old listener from the old show. Okay, I'm trying to find the original tweet here. It's lost in all these wrestling tweets. Jesus Christ! But it all started with Svensson tagging us, and okay, I got it. Because the Daily Show put out a tweet, what is the most iconic Fox News screenshot of the pandemic? And it's a bunch of, Fox News screenshots saying, it's not a there's 0 deaths of coronavirus, or it's an impeachment scam, or, leadership in the nation against, all the stuff that they got wrong. And Svensson tweeted, "This is really bad. As a healthcare professional, this would make me upset." And I said, "Hey, Svensson, don't forget all the articles from CNN, Vox, BuzzFeed, New York Times, etc., that told us this was nothing to worry about, and the flu was worse." And but basically the argument is it's not just Fox; it's everybody. And then Svensson, Svensson, are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here. Having some audio issues.
Okay, bud. And if you're not comfortable, I'm not looking to argue with you, buddy. I just want to talk about this because, I think talking is important. And if you're not comfortable with this, tell me and I'll move on. But, I found an article, and what sucks about finding articles, Ray, to cite your arguments is that we've marginalized every goddamn outlet, every news outlet in the United States of America. So, that's a right wing outlet. I'm not going to read anything they have to say, or that's a left wing. I'm not going to read anything they have to say. And you can't find anybody in the middle or anymore. So it's dumb. So anyways, but I had an article that I sent to Svensson that kind of outlined a lot of the mistakes that the media made early on, and it was all over the place. All right. Everybody got it wrong. And then Svensson said, "You Trump people or all about what about this or that. Keep on subject and don't deflect. And Spence, I have to apologize for this, but I said to Spence, I said, fuck off with you Trump people. I said, I provided a source where evidence presented that everyone got it wrong. Please call everybody to task, for getting it wrong. Instead of just calling out just one outlet does us no good. Anyway, Svensson, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Doing all right. You staying healthy out there?
Yeah, staying as healthy as I can be. Like recently, I took the last 2 days off. I've been pretty sick. It's not the virus or anything. I think it's just maybe food poisoning or something.
Food poisoning? What have you been eating, man?
Shellfish allergy.
Oh, geez. That's the worst. I love shellfish, too. All right.
Yeah, but I'm doing good.
Yeah, okay. Good. All right. So Svensson, because at some point you stopped replying. So I just want, did you understand what I was trying to get at? Or do you still think I'm just a Trump person who's just trying to assign blame everywhere?
I understood what you were saying, and I agree with what you were saying. However, that wasn't to my point, because you jumped in there when, first of all, the discussion didn't concern you. I sent the message to your mom and to Mark, and I was saying, hey, look at this. This is bad, because those people are in healthcare. And as healthcare professionals, information like that is totally incorrect. It should never be out there in the first place. And then you jump in and CNN said stuff was wrong. And I'm like, we're not talking about CNN. And that's what I was trying to say.
Oh, Svensson, I'm so sorry, Svensson. I didn't realize you didn't tag me. I hate the way Twitter works. I was on Edge. I've been on Edge all day with this wrestling Twitter bullshit, Svensson. And I saw your tweet, and you tagged my mom and Mark.
Correct. So, I purposely did not tag you.
Yeah. Well, I thought you tagged me.
Nope.
So I'm so sorry for
I did not tag you,
man. All right. Well, I'm sorry.
That's okay. No problem. No problem. And no, you are correct. It's like, there's information out there everywhere on both sides that might be incorrect and stuff. Now, depending on where they get their sources or where the source is coming from, that has a lot to do with what's reported. Now, everyone knew about this way back in early as November. There were reports coming out about this virus coming in. And then all the way up until, February, we knew that it was over here already. And my point is that, up until February 24th, the president saying, don't worry about it. Go back to work. It's fine. It's okay. There's 5 cases. It's fine. Which was a lie. Everything he's been saying is a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Now, instead of saying Joe Biden said, or say Hillary said, or something like that, stick to the argument. It's like, for people who love Trump, they refuse to admit that he was incorrect, wrong, lying about certain issues, which he did do. It's there. It's on video. It's on audio. This information needs to be corrected.
So to counter that,
let me say this.
Hold on. Sorry, Ray, I got to get this one. I'm going to forget. Is that to counter that, right? And I know you say stick to the Trump argument, but part of that is pointing out that everybody else got it wrong too. This is not my defense of Donald Trump. Believe me, this is not. But if you know where I stand, I'm just kind of down the middle, and I'm looking at all sides of this. But right from the beginning, everybody got this wrong. While it's unfortunate, very unfortunate, because we're at a point now where everything kind of sucks. He was given information from the intelligence community. They got it from China, and China wasn't honest about it. So if China wasn't honest about it, and the World Health Organization wasn't honest about it, what are they supposed to do differently until they start seeing the real things come in? So you're right. Okay. There were truths that were not told and lies that were spouted off, and that all sucks. But again, it wasn't just him, and you can't have that argument without pointing that out. I don't believe. Go ahead, Ray. I'm sorry.
But hold on, let me jump in here. Now, you say it wasn't just him, and the information he was given was wrong, and all these other organizations and stuff were wrong. That's not totally true. Now, the people around him, you notice there are a lot of people around him, including this new guy, what's his name, Fauci, who's right there. He's contradicting a 30-year-old professional on diseases.
Right. So, we can talk about Anthony Fauci all day too. That's another one. Fauci wasn't this worried, when H1N1 was going around, but that's an argument for another thing. Fauci's stories changed a bunch of times. As late as beginning of March, Fauci was telling people it's safe to go on cruises if you're healthy, and we know that's not true. So even he had wrong information. Again, this isn't a good defense, but I can understand where this comes from. Is that you kind of know something like this might wreck the economy. That's going to put a lot of people out of work. So you don't want to cause a panic. In doing so, however, you made things a little worse. So
I'm sorry,
there's mistakes made everywhere.
I just have to say that obviously that he's only saying the information to try to keep his job. Honestly, I think that's honestly the only reason he's changed his story is to keep his head. And we've already seen that, Trump wants him gone and wants to put it in his own guy. They wants to agree with him, kiss butt, just like he's done with everybody.
I think he's made it clear he's not going to get rid of Fauci. I think after the media went with, Trump's looking to replace him, I think they kind of nixed that one. But I also think
not
Fauci
really.
had to bend the knee a little bit. He had to bend the knee and say, yeah, no, I never said, yeah. So, anyway. It's dumb.
So, no, that was the only thing that I was saying.
All right. So I do apologize for jumping into your thing. And then by doing so, I brought Chris O.C. into it, and predictably, Chris O.C. gave us a response.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Let's go. Cause we had it. Here we go. This is from Chris O.C. Sadly, when we're living normal lives again, we'll be told that it's wrong to politicize the deaths of so many just to prove a partisan point. Then the both siders will come in with their bullshit and claim no one wants to see an investigation. They just want to move past it. So that's where we are. Okay.
Well, I would say this is that it's a new virus. It's not like this thing's been around for 50 years, at least to the best of my knowledge. And all of a sudden it just gets loose and no one does anything knowingly that they could have done stuff differently. Everyone's learning this on the fly. So what do you can't blame one person. You can't say it's all Trump. No. And especially Svensson, you're saying like, oh, everything Trump says is a lie. Well, then why would you even say that like it matters what he says? You know what I mean? If it's all a lie, then you just go, oh, don't worry about it.
Hold on. Let me answer that real quick. Yeah. See, everyone is trying to forgive this guy for lying. It's just plain out lies. Sorry, it is. And the thing is that he has these quote unquote professionals, experts like Kushner and his daughter and all these other people. And I'm sorry, they're not the best of people. Now, here's where my point is coming across. Excuse me, I got a cough.
Cough button. Thanks for letting us know.
Sorry about that.
That's air. No problem.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. But anyway, it's like when Obama was president, we went through pig virus and all the other viruses, and they already had people in control. A good sorry, losing my voice here. I need some water. Oh well. Anyway, just cut this out.
No, we'll just talk over it. It's fine.
Yeah,
this is live, man. I'm trying to find something here. Right.
Well, while you do that, all I'm saying, my point was this: that essentially, if you want to try and assign blame, everyone's to blame. You literally, you can't say it's China's fault. It's not like, I mean, I don't know that China didn't invent this thing, but generally speaking, we think that it originated through natural.
I think China invented it.
Well, regardless of that, you can't say it's China's fault that it's in the U.S. If we shut down the borders, it wouldn't get in the U.S.
Yeah, it's China's fault.
If we shut down the borders, everyone's going to hate Trump. Just saying everyone could have done stuff differently. You can always say that. Hindsight's 20/20. But same thing, everyone's saying, oh, well, everything Trump says is a lie. Well, in, the Bay Area, one of the most liberal areas of the world, probably, they shut down stuff, did shelter in place before everybody else. They were ahead of the curve. And you know what? People weren't staying inside. Yeah. Just saying, if Trump had said it, do you think they would have stayed inside? Our liberal governor is saying stay inside, and all the counties are saying stay inside, and no one's staying inside.
But the Bay Area is 30% Asian?
No, I don't know what
what
does that have to do
because
with
because you have a high Asian population that probably obviously went to China. They knew this information beforehand. So they were already prepared.
Prepared how?
Yeah, I don't know. They might have been immune to it already because they already had it, right? But I mean, it's safe to assume
exactly. They probably were already, what's the word I'm looking for? Immune to it.
Yeah, I think the reports were like in November is when it first got out of the lab in Wuhan, and you can just safely assume that this shit was here soon after that because of thousands of flights a day that come from China. And it's funny to see how the studies are doing on flu-like symptoms for hospital visits and stuff, for flu-like symptoms that weren't the flu and upper respiratory illnesses. And you can say, holy shit, well, maybe this was all the corona stuff before we knew it was a corona. Well, anyway, hey, Svensson, just to finish up here, this is from March 4th. This is from Anderson Cooper 360.
Half the people in America do not get a flu shot, and the flu right now is far deadlier. So if you're freaked out at all about the coronavirus, you should be more concerned about the flu, and you can actually do something about it and get a flu shot.
15,000 people roughly have already died of the flu this season. A couple of years ago, 60,000 people died of the flu.
Half the people in America.
Yeah, and we just shut down the country. So, that was them talking about the flu. So, it's blame to go all around. So, and ultimately, I think the point that I would want to make, and I would like people to understand, is that I'm not here defending anybody, and I'm not here blaming anybody. What I'm saying is now is not the time for either of that. Now is the time for us to do what we need to do to move past this nonsense and to make sure that we get, we end these lockdowns so we can go back to work in a very safe manner, but also making sure that our governors give us our rights back. Telling the people in North Carolina that you can't protest is kind of bullshit. It leads to lots of other things that we don't want to get involved in. Because imagine if you couldn't do your million woman protest against Donald Trump, right? Because it was non-essential. Let's think about that. Let's think where these things go. Like I said last week, once they take away a little bit, they're going to keep it. And we need to, as a nation and as a neighborhood, we need to do our part to keep ourselves and our neighbors safe and our family and loved ones safe and make sure this thing goes away and we don't have to deal with this shit anymore. And hopefully, we learn. Everybody at all levels learns, not to fuck it up again.
Trust me.
That's what I've been saying. Yeah.
I fully agree. Trust me. I fully agree.
Yeah.
My thing is absolutely, let's please learn from this. My biggest fear was that this would kind of blow over, as in like everything shuts down. There's only like, a couple thousand deaths or a few hundred or whatever it is. And then it becomes a meme where everyone's like, the next whatever thing comes along and everyone's like, oh, this is the next coronavirus, but it's actually like Ebola and literally destroys everybody. That's what I'm more afraid of.
Real quick,
you know what I mean?
I gotta wrap this one up because we have a lot of voicemails to get to tonight, but I do want to, if you guys remember, was it 2 years ago or a year ago when Ebola showed up again? It was recently, right? Mm-hmm. You guys remember this? And remember everybody was kind of like, it's no big deal. You can't really catch Ebola. It's only with 3 guys. It's not that big of a deal. Everybody freaking out about Ebola coming over here. Not, you're stupid. And I'm just saying here, well, listen, it's not nothing. Okay. The fact that somebody has Ebola in Dallas, Texas, and then possibly gave it to her, that's not nothing. And luckily we were able to squash it. But now here we are. Some bunch of people said this is nothing.
I just have to say this is like, we do need an organization or something in place that's competent, that's professional, and that's, willing to have the correct information. That's all. Yeah.
Isn't that supposed to be like the CDC or World Health Organization?
Well, some people have been, defunding the CDC, defunding the World Organization, canceling out scientists, et cetera, et cetera.
That's called capitalism. You want to know why the healthcare system's burdened? Capitalism. Why would you invest millions of dollars in the off chance that we're going to have some virus sweep through the U.S.? That's capitalism. That's the downside of capitalism, if you want to call it that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't start a business that's like, every like 6 years or I don't know what, you know what I mean? Like just randomly like invest. That's why it's just simple capitalism.
I think
you can't invest money where there's no money coming in.
And I think the World Health Organization's early response to this kind of justifies not investing $500 million a year in them. Even though it hasn't been paid in like 3 years, I think I read that somewhere. Either way, them coming out in China's defense saying there's no evidence of human-to-human transmission after China's already locking down their people. That's kind of bullshit. That's kind of fucked up. And, somebody should be held accountable at some point. Because, and Crystal C got mad at me when I floated this theory, but I always thought this was like bioengineered, and I don't think I'm wrong. I still believe that. I still believe this was concocted in a lab, because of what it does to your body. I don't know if you've read any of this stuff, but the reason these people need oxygen is not because their lungs are failing, but because the oxygen they're taking into their bodies isn't getting into the red blood cells. So if you have like an iron deficiency, it really fucks you up. And that's why all the having underlying conditions is bad too. It's just like even though your lungs are working, the oxygen's not getting to the red blood cells. And so your body is suffocating.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's the craziest thing. And like that's a natural virus. Really? Are you kidding me? But what do I know? I'm not a scientist.
I mean, yeah, it could be.
Yeah, it could be. Could be.
I don't know.
All right. Svensson.
Let's become scientists and find out.
Yeah, let's do that. All right. Join our Patreon and we'll help us fund our education, become scientists.
Yeah, if we get enough Patreon money, we'll become scientists.
All right, Svensson, I got to go on because we have a Dick of the Week to play from you as well. But I want to thank you for coming on and having this discussion.
Thanks, Vincent.
And actually talking with us about it, so we're not yelling at each other and not listening. I appreciate the discussion.
Yeah, fuck you. You're wrong, Spencer.
Thank you very much.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah. See ya.
Yeah. Randy, mute him. All right.
Before he says something that counters anything that we've said.
Yeah. That's right.
We're always right.
That's right. All right. Where is... Oh, God damn it. Here it is.
This is the voicemail bumper. This is the bumper on your left. And this is the bumper on your right. This is a badass guitar riff. And finally, here's your voicemails. Sorry, that guitar riff's too cool not to play twice.
Hello, Rem and Ray, and everyone who makes the Rich Dickman Show my favorite podcast to listen to. This is Spaghetti. I just really want to use your podcast as a forum to sell my business. All right, so it's a very poorly kept secret that I am indeed a high schooler. And with the world going to shit, school is now canceled for the rest of the year, meaning party season's going to start soon. All right, Corona's going to end probably middle of May. Well, it's not going to end, but it's not going to be as big a deal. I feel like it'll die down a little bit by middle of May, which means I'm willing to sell my business. I will be any people that need it. I will be your designated driver. My rates go like this. Okay, it's $5 per person I'm driving. Okay, now my car has 4 seats, so I guess that's 3 people. But
it's cheap
if you think about it. Really need to, you can fit the person you like the least in your group in the middle seat in my back seat. All right. So if we ever get in a wreck, they go out the windshield, no sweat off my back. Right. Now, I'd also like to say I've got some other things. No, I will not take sexual bribery as a form of payment. I've got a business to run, honey, and
gotta have some standards.
Don't feel like cooming on the job. All right.
Yeah.
Sleepy. And also, I will not. Actually, I will tolerate it. You know what? It's $1 to anybody that plugs their phone in.
All right. Thank you, Spaghetti. It's really cheap, man. $5 per person, 4 seats. I mean, that's $20. How many miles are you going, bro? You got to think about that. Like, you could pick somebody up in, I don't know, St. Louis and have to drive them to,
Houston.
Yeah, sure. Or, I was going to say Joplin, but I mean, yeah, that works too. I don't know Missouri towns too well. And so that's $20 and you're spending, 32 on gas. So you might want to think about that. Maybe $5 per person for up to 10 miles. And then after 10 miles, you charge, $3.50 a mile or whatever the taxi rate is out there and cut it by 25 cents. You got to think, if you're doing business, Spaghetti, you got to think of a way to get people to use your business while also making money. And sometimes you got to go a little cheap just to build that trust. So they know, hey, you know what? I don't want to call a taxi tonight. That Spaghetti kid, he did a great job 3 weeks ago. Let's call him again. And, so you gotta build a, good reputation with your customers first. So, also, you gotta think about insurance. Okay, because that's important, right? Yeah, I know you said no sweat off your back if the guy in the middle goes through the windshield in a wreck. Well, I mean, I guess by the law, it kind of is sweat off your back, and maybe not your back, but your parents' back, and they're not really going to enjoy.
Shirt off your back.
Yeah, like they'll wake up one morning, the mailman will come and knock on their door, and there'll be like a summons or some sort of like subpoena or some shit, and he'll be like, "What the fuck is this?" And he'll be like, "Hey, Spaghetti, why does this have anything to do with the deer you hit?" 2 weeks ago, and Spaghetti be like, "No, Mom, I didn't hit a deer. I hit a telephone pole because the guy was fucking around in the back seat." And you're like, "What? You didn't tell us that?" So yeah, actually somebody died that night. And, I guess you're going to be hearing from some lawyers because I gave them your insurance information. So like all of a sudden you're absolved of the sins. Now your parents have to pay for it. I don't know if you like your parents or not. I'm not really sure. I don't know your whole history. But that could be bad or it could be good. You could get yourself emancipated. I don't know, man. It's a weird world out there. So anyways, don't hit any deer while you're driving people home. Ray, you got anything to add to this?
Yeah. So a couple things. One, as a complete tangent here, serving someone, that is on my bucket list. I want to be like, is it, Seth Rogen? He does a movie where he does that in the beginning or something like that.
Pineapple Express.
I would love to like dress up and just serve someone. Oh, that'd be fun. But I think it's a very good idea. It's very entrepreneurial. And one time I let a group of ladies, they're going out, going drinking, going to the bars, going dancing, whatever the hell ladies do. Yeah. Let them borrow my car, right? Yeah. So,
oh no.
One of them ended up getting pulled over and got a DUI. So they left my car in a couple towns over. So the next day I had to go, find a way to go get it because I didn't even have my car. And so I discovered stuff like a plastic bag full of vomit, just sitting in the back seat.
I thought you were going to say something cool. Like
they left it. No. Then they left, all the windows were down, just unlocked, parked, on a curb, painted red. Yeah. So luckily I got there pretty early in the morning. But it was just one of those where I'm like, yeah, that's not worth it. If you could pay someone $15 to drive you around all night, that is a steal. That is absolutely worth it compared to the bullshit that I had to deal with. So yeah, I think that you're onto something there. Maybe the prices could go up a little bit, but you're onto something there.
Yeah. All right, Ray.
So
thank you. Thanks, Spaghetti, for calling in. Let us know how that's coming along and what your company name is and your website. We'll plug it for you. All right, this one says transcription not available, so let's see what happens. Okay.
Oh no.
There's that one. Okay, here's the next one. Let's go.
That was a good one.
Hello, Rem. It's me, Barry.
Oh, it's Barry's.
I heard your voicemail on the NFHC podcast the other day, and I wanted to say, go fuck yourself, you fake Italian fuck.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna give your dad an Italian injection that's so fucking powerful, he'll chef kiss when he comes and shit red, white, and green for a fucking week.
Holy God.
I nominate you for Dick of the Week, even though we all know that Ray's is better.
Wow. I did not know that was a Dick of the Week nomination, so apparently Barry has nominated me for Dick of the Week. Goddamn.
Wow.
With such a sweet, sweet voice and such a foul verbiage.
Foul, fiery attitude.
Yeah, like Barry's was looking for a dad to fuck on the NFHC podcast, and I had called in with nominating my dad, but apparently my voicemail went to spam, so Matt never played it. He just played yours twice, 2 weeks in a row.
Did he really?
Yeah, so I called last week. And I said, thanks you assholes for not playing my voicemail, but I wanted to nominate my dad, but it turns out my dad, he's a little bit too alpha for Barry's. He's a top. He's not a bottom, and he'll fuck Barry's dick so hard that she will break. And I guess she didn't like that. So, Ray, put me down for Dick of the Week, down to the Dick of the Week spot. All right.
Easy peasy.
Okay. Here we go.
Hey, what's up, Rem?
Oh, what's up?
It's your boy. And then just because, I'm trying to keep up, even though I got I feel like I was accosted, with like a bad deal. But I didn't know any better until Ray was like, damn, bro, you could have if you would have just talked to your constituent, you could have gotten you could have gotten on like a, non-reliance fee induction retrograde tachyon plan, some shit like that. Ray says some terms that a little bit complex, but shit, bro. I mean, I think his name Eric Wong.
Ray, is he talking about the contract he signed with Mr. Dickman? I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, for the voicemails.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Yeah, he's talking about the contract that he signed to leave a voicemail every week.
Ah, okay. All right.
Do you want? And then I told him.
Oh, go ahead.
He should have contacted me to help with the negotiations.
Yeah.
Someone that's experienced it and could give him some pointers.
Someone
that's all.
Who has won contract negotiations in the past. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. And you know what? He could have got him up to at least like a roll of toilet paper a week, which is amazing because it's hard to even use that much a week.
Yeah. I mean, you can stock. Yeah. You start stockpiling.
Could have been living the dream.
Yeah. You have a good
TDS that got, he had that crazy playmat where it's like him naked, but he covered in magic cards and shit. Hey, Ray, he's going to be a guest with you and we're going to do a bonus episode together too. And
do it.
As much, I mean, I want to see, TRDS fly, but at the same time, don't, let Isaac kind of like grab onto the coattails a little bit, I mean, I'm trying to support people on Patreon that I respect, cause I have like decent money coming in now, Ray, you know how it is when you got a job. I'm speaking, what's it? How long it's been? 1 minute and 30. Okay, based on what you said, how long this bitch lasts, I should be good. But it's like, I want to support people on Patreon at the same time, bro. I want to put work in the podcast, and my goal is just to be breaking even, and that would be like spectacular. I'd be like, okay, it's no money out of pocket technically, and I enjoy doing it, so why would I not do it? But Ray, I mean, if you have any curiosity about Magic, I mean, a new set coming out, and it's crazy, bro. It's got companions, it's got cycling, it's got mutations, it got all kinds of crazy mechanics. It makes the other two sets look like hot dog water. One second, I'm gonna hang up real quick before this bitch cut me off. I'm gonna do it real quick. It's like 225.
All right, let's give my mouse.
That's what I told him. So a couple things. He said he's got some money coming in. He's actually pretty savvy. We were talking about some stuff the other night after one of the episodes. I won't get into it, but he's pretty savvy. But then him getting cut off, I told him, I was like, man, you got to watch your fucking phone, dude. Like whatever the call timer says, like it's a 3-minute timer.
Yeah.
So once you get to 3 minutes on your phone, and he was like, yeah, I know. I was doing that, but it still got cut off.
Oh, all right. Let's do the next 3 minutes from Isaac.
Oh, geez.
This is part 2. of a message series.
Jesus Christ.
Isaac Jackson. Okay, to get back into it, you know what I mean? Like,
that was like Wayne Brady.
Ray, I don't know if, since you do bumpers and shit, can you critique that? Cause you'd be like, it's like a 5 out of 10. Like, you gotta get deeper, Isaac. I mean, real talk, like, you know what I mean? Like, shit. But, real talk, bro, I mean, it's a bunch of shit. I mean, for the bonus episodes, I just want to, like, chill and, like, yeah, I mean, I think for this episode, I mean, I took a Rem and your advice. Like, I'm kind of like trying to keep notes and shit. So it's like not forced, but like Rem, the way you do like transitions is like seamless. It's like, it's it can be bad to do that shit if you like, okay, now it's time for, that shit's like, it's like, well, this shit kind of like, like on rails. But it's like somehow Rem, you like, you like put on your robe and you shoot lightning out of your hands and shit, like like Palpatine and shit. Except for the new one. I mean, that shit was terrible. I'm talking about back when he got thrown into the warp reactor core, whatever. That one's the dope one. But either way, I mean, you get that shit just smooth going. It's like it's perfect order, but without any. You don't see any of like the train is running, but you don't see the tracks. You know what? So, yeah, I mean, shit, if anyone is listening, follow your boy on Twitter. If you're not following me, that's disrespectful. I don't understand why. I mean, why you even hating on your boy like that?
You're dead to me.
Damn.
Yeah. It's racist if you don't follow
I don't know.
him, so. I
gotta find some crazy people who just like, can actually enjoy the level of like, damn, that nigga like didn't shut up the whole podcast. And, he said a bunch of like contentious shit about Asterios, and then like he went back and said, hey, Asterios, I ain't meaning this shit if you come on my podcast. either way, I mean, it's just, I mean, that kind of, you know, I got to find that right person that's like, I want to kind of chip in, you know, like throw $1.05 to the podcast, keep it going. I mean, that's my goal. Just like keep the cost low, but you know, the goal ain't to make any profit out of it. I mean, that shit's fun to do. Anyways, I mean, shit, I gotta fucking work at 8 a.m. tomorrow, make some subs. Bro, I mean, real talk, I mean, if your boy, if I wasn't smooth and shit, you know what I mean? You could, you know.
Oh, got cut off. All right, very good.
Hey, Isaac, I'll make you a deal. If you can get Chris OC to donate, actually donate to your Patreon, not just like a penny or something, but like actually get some sort of one of your Patreon levels, then I'll make sure that you always break even.
Wow, that's a big time offer, Rezo. You sure about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So you can check out Isaac's podcast, Chimping Out with Isaac Jackson on, it's a Rich Stickman produced podcast. And also, you know, while you're at it, check out the Holy Rollers with Crippled Jesus. That's another Rich Stickman produced podcast. We're coming up in the world, Ray. We're helping out.
Yeah.
You know, listen, here's the thing, everybody, is that, yes, you can, Randy. You know, podcasting, listen, it's for everybody, right? Anybody can do it. And I know there's a million podcasts out there, so your audiences are all spread out and thin, but you get a core group of people who listen to your shit and they feed you feedback and they join the live chat and they send you emails or voicemails, whatever it is, and you have a good time. That's all it's about. And sometimes they like to support your show and you give them some bonus content for it. And that's what the Patreon's for. So it's great. You're not making any money podcasting, so please get that out of your head really quick. But Isaac, my dude,
only a few people.
Yeah, Isaac can talk. If you couldn't tell, Isaac can go. He needs to be controlled. He needs to be reined in, and just to keep him on track. Mm-hmm. But sometimes you just let him go. You just let him go. Let him go. All right.
Yeah. By the way, so he and I were talking. We might record an episode for his show. I might join him for an episode this weekend or something.
Oh, good, awesome.
So that might happen. So we'll see about that. And then the other thing. So he was saying, Rem, how you're good at the transitions and stuff like that, and I agree. But Isaac, the fuck, man, don't sell the bumpers short. Those factor in as well. I mean, come on.
Ray, you already get paid for the bumpers, Ray. I was like, you don't need any more praise. Like $5 a goddamn bumper, dude. I mean, Jesus Christ. When you go on Isaac's show, make sure you talk about how great I am. But, yeah. All right, let's do some thinking with your dick, man.
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, God.
You want segments? We've got segments. It's Thinking with Your Dickman.
What was I just saying about bumpers? Don't sell them short, man. They're fucking, they're gold. It's a fucking gold mine over here. Bumper City, man.
That's the best 22 seconds of my life.
I mean, that was a solid 5 minutes of effort on that one. Imagine what would happen if I put in like 10 minutes of effort. Woo!
God damn. All right, read the.
That's good shit, huh? Okay, so this one, I'm gonna try and it'll sound stupid if I read it as myself.
Don't be racist, my God. Oh, Jesus Christ!
It's just gonna sound really dumb. But okay, so Javier writes in.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Before we go any
Do you
further,
want me, or I can read it like me, but it's just gonna sound really fucking dumb.
The Rich Dickman Show does not condone racism of any kind. All right. The following is solely from Ray at Jules Winfeld on Twitter, and in no way represents the ideas or thoughts of Rem Dickman or Rich Dickman or Rich Dickman Group in general. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So hopefully I don't butcher this. It says, yo, essays.
Who's it from?
I've been doing my part. Oh, sorry. It's Javier writes in.
Okay.
I gotta get that in. Yeah. He says, yo, essays. I've been doing my part by like not going outside and stuff, eh? I swear this is what's written. Coronavirus, you know? Well, anyways, my puta neighbor keeps inviting all these varones over like every damn noche. Our duplex shares bedroom walls, so I have to listen to their bed smacking the wall all night, yo. I don't want to politely ask them to keep it down. So give me some advice on how to fuck this how to fuck with this chica. Love the show, homies.
You got the best listeners.
That's what it's.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Okay.
We do.
Yeah. All right. So let's see here. So Javier is trying to go to bed, but he's got a puta neighbor. He keeps inviting all his varones over every damn noche. When noche means nighttime, and shares a bedroom wall. So the bed's okay. So she's fucking dudes at night. So I wonder if she's like, is she a prostitute? Like, I wonder if Javier knows that. Okay, Ray.
Maybe you should ask.
God damn it, Ray. Listen, everybody. If you're gonna write in for thinking with your dickman, I need a little bit more. Javier, I need to know what your deal is. Do you have a wife? Do you have kids? Are you single? Right? I need to know what your puta neighbor looks like. All right.
True.
Because Javier,
pictures include pictures.
Yeah, pictures. Get the fuck out. Right. It's easy. Javier, listen. If you're single and you don't got kids, right, and you're tired of listening to the bed smacking the wall all night, go knock on her door and go smack the wall with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, get in there and handle your business. So that way, if you keep staying up all night, you're just at least getting something out of it, right? And maybe, who knows? Maybe she's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys hit it off. Maybe you call her a puta neighbor, so maybe she's not that cool, but maybe you can make her cool. I don't know. I don't know how chicks work. I'm a dude. I don't know anything. But if you have a wife and kids, bro, you're going to have to handle this, right? Cause you don't want your kids, especially, listening to some bed smacking on it and be like, hey daddy, what's that noise? And be like, what noise? Like, oh, that noise where it sounded like, like there was like a banging on the wall and then a whole bunch of people were yelling at each other. I don't understand.
And screaming. Yeah.
And you're just like, listen, bud, sometimes when you live in the woods, you have rats in the wall, and the rats like to have parties at night and like to crawl all over in between, like with the foundation and the insulation. So really, in order to avoid the rats coming at you, little guy, you should go to sleep. You should really go to sleep when we tell you to. That way, the rats won't come bother you at night, and you won't hear any of the noises that go on in the other room. I mean, in the walls. So anyways, Javier, what you got to do, you got to confront her, right? You have to say, listen, puta neighbor, I got a wife and kids, and you need to keep it down. Like, can you just move your bed off the wall, or can you move it to the other side of the room? I'm sure she'd probably want you to help her, like move, right, Ray? Because that's like the easiest solution here. Just, if the bed's against the wall, just take it off the wall, unless she's like screaming at night.
Yeah, it's 4 walls to a room.
Yeah,
move on a different fucking wall.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Or just maybe she can make her sex dungeon in the basement instead of in her bedroom. There are solutions here. You just have to be able to communicate with your neighbor, but do it politely and respectfully, Javier. You don't want to shame anybody who has lots of sex, especially if that's their job. Because that's not right. We don't slut shame in 2020, and we never have. All right. Because, she has a right. She has a right to have sex with who she wants and to make money as she feels. And you don't have any right to take that away from her, but you do have a right when it interferes with your personal life. You can say, listen, we need to come to some sort of agreement. God, fuck, Ray, I'm drunk. You have anything to offer Javier here?
Yeah. See, he said when the first thing that came to my mind, because he said he wants to fuck with her, is go to like your local, say, UPS store, FedEx, post office, where they sell boxes.
Uh-huh.
And they're going to have them in all shapes and sizes. So you get a couple of everything. And because these days everyone's ordering everything delivery through Amazon, whatever it is, you just have a stockpile of those.
Yeah.
And then whenever they get something delivered, you get the appropriate size box, run over there real quick, grab that box, bring it inside, take a dump inside the appropriately sized box,
Christ, right.
repackage that, and put it on her doorstep. And then, you can easily take the label off, repackage it on there, and something along those lines. That's if you're trying to be a real dick. I agree with you, Rem. If you shouldn't. If she's working, let her work. And maybe offer some suggestions, like you said, as, hey, you're making a lot of noise on the wall. If you could, maybe reposition that bed. That kind of thing. I'm with you on that.
My kid keeps asking me what spread your legs and give it to me harder means. I don't know. All right. So there you go, Javier. That's if you have any issues, give us a buzz and we can help you out some more. We're really good at giving advice here, Ray. And we don't like dealing with the dicks, but we will deal with dicks of the week.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to introduce this week's finalists for Dick of the Week. And here's our first nominee.
Oh, God damn it. Ray, you know what I forgot to do? the most important thing that I do when I set up every show, and that's because I was late today. So, Ray, I need you to go ahead, the first nomination there, and tell me remind everybody why I've been nominated as Dick of the Week while I get our next submission ready to go, because I'm a failure as a host and then get shit ready.
If I recall correctly, that was Berries and Cream that called in and nominated you as Dick of the Week because essentially she doesn't think you're very Italian. And she wants to fuck your dad. I think that Berries is basically those Sour Patch Kid commercials where, you know, the sweet and sour. Like she's literally just. Can we just call her Sour Patch from now on? Sour Patch. I think that might be fitting.
Ray, that's.
Have you ever seen those commercials?
Yes, but Ray, Berries is a guest of the show, and we have to treat her with a little bit of respect. Okay.
I think that Sour Patch Kids are yummy.
All right.
That's nice.
All right.
It's not mean.
Okay, but all right, calm down. All right, here's our next submission.
Hello to Ray and Rem and everybody that helped make the Rich Dickman Show my favorite podcast to listen to.
Thanks, Spaghetti.
This is Vincent here.
Oh.
And this is my nomination for Dick of the Week.
Oh, shit.
This week, we have a guy who we'll call Cletus. I met Cletus on Facebook Marketplace. I was trying to get rid of an old school tube TV, a 25-inch TV for $5 on Facebook Marketplace. Well, Cletus decides he wants to contact me, says he wants the TV for the $5. Great. So we decide to meet somewhere at 6 p.m. So when 6 p.m. comes, he's late. He's not there. 6:15 comes. He finally tells me, oh, he's going to be there at 6:30. He's running late. Okay. Yeah, I know. 6:30 comes, and we meet, and then he tries to bargain down. And I'm like, hold on. This is a $5 TV. It will cost you $6.50 for a large mocha latte at Starbucks. He wants to try to get for $3. Yeah. I'm like, dude, seriously, you totally wasted my time. First, you're late. Second, you're trying to bargain down this TV from $5 to $3. No. Sorry. Have a good day. You ruined mine already. Anyway, Ray, Rem, I hope you guys are being safe. Everybody out there, take care.
I got questions. Wait a second. First of all, Spencer, did this TV work as well as that computer you emailed me? That's a joke. What kind of TV are we selling for $5, Spencer? Throw it in the chat if you can. Was it a tube television or is it like a small flat screen? Like what are you selling here? But actually, yeah, that is a dick move when you get something for $5 on Facebook. My wife sells a lot of stuff. Yes, tube, and yes, it works. He says, okay. My wife sells a lot of stuff on Facebook. My wife's made a lot of money selling like
mine too.
Kids' old toys and clothes and shit. And I'm always the asshole who has to go meet these strange fucking people, right?
Me too.
Yeah, the husbands always get stuck with the Facebook transactions. Like the wife makes a deal, and we got to go collect the money and then give it back to the wife. And I've met I've had some weird encounters. I've had some good encounters. My favorite was these people came to my house and paid me $100 for a bureau that we did not pay for. We actually got it for free. So we made $100 right off the bat. And as they were loading it into their too small vehicle, they broke a part of it.
Yeah.
And I already had their money in my pocket. I'm like, oh shit, you guys know how to fix that? Because that is your problem now. So as they're like trying to fit shit into their car and pick up the broken pieces, I'm walking back in my house counting my cash.
Yeah. You know what? So in construction, we have this term called FOB. Are you familiar with that? Do you know what that means? You might.
Probably. Once you say it, I will be.
Free on board.
Yeah.
So everything's FOB, meaning as soon as you touch it, it's yours. Like I'll either deliver it, but as soon as it leaves the delivery, whatever it is, it's your responsibility. And that's what you can tell. People on Facebook are amateurs. They have literally zero actual planning or detail oriented. Nothing. Dude. They literally just are like, you know, my wife will do the same thing. She's like, oh yeah, just go pick up the thing. Or, oh, just go drop it off. And I'm like, well, first of all, where's it at? Second of all, do I need to collect the money? Third, you know, like what time, like all this stuff, right? Like I need more information. And that's what all of them on Facebook are, because they don't actually know what they're doing. They just think, oh, I sold it. So it's taken care of.
There's this one time that I had to go meet a woman at a storage locker. and to pick up whatever the fuck it was I was getting. I don't remember what, right? And you meet all sorts of people, right? You meet some weird dudes and some weird women. Yeah. But I got to the storage locker and I saw this woman standing outside. I'm like, holy shit, really? Like, and so I got out and I was meeting, and she was gorgeous, right? She was fucking gorgeous, right? And she had like the yoga pants on and all this shit. So and I'm thinking, God damn, I've seen terrible porno movies start better, like with the same scenario here. This is crazy. Obviously nothing happened, but you know, the things that go through your head when you're bored and, you know, you're in a storage unit with a hot ass chick who's bending over to help you get a desk. It's like, God, oh Christ almighty. But yeah. All right. So yeah, Svensson, that guy's a dick for standing up like that, trying to nickel and dime you for $5. Anybody? Svenson's posting pictures.
Terrible.
Svensson's got some old 80s cell phones he's trying to sell in the chat there. All right, and our final story tonight, and I saw this today, but this is found this on the dailywire.com from April 13th, 2020. Targeted. Christian baker sued again. This time over transgender cake. After fighting a grueling 7-year legal battle for respectfully declining to create a cake for a same-sex wedding, openly Christian baker Jack Phillips landed a 7-2 ruling in his favor at the Supreme Court. The win was not enough, however. The same Colorado agency that went after Phillips over the same-sex wedding cake then sued the cake artist for refusing to create a gender transition celebration cake. Alliance Defending Freedom, the religious liberty legal organization representing Phillips, got the case dismissed, but the targeting did not stop even there. The individual who requested the gender transition cake, and who also happens to be an attorney, wasn't satisfied and decided to sue Jack in state court, ADF announced in a press release issued Wednesday. On June 26, 2017, a local attorney named Autumn Scardina called Masterpiece Cake Shop and requested a custom cake. Designed blue on the outside and pink on the inside to celebrate and reflect Scardina's transition from male to female. The shop declined the request because the message of the cake contradicts Jack's religious belief that God creates us either male or female, the ADF press release explained. When Scardina filed a charge against Jack with the Colorado Civil Rights Division, it took the charge as an excuse to go after Jack again. It wasn't until Jack sued the state for targeting him and ADF uncovered more evidence demonstrating that the state's anti-religious hostility that Colorado officials finally ended their crusade against him. The Colorado Civil Rights Division abandoned the case, but Scardina was not finished. The attorney waited until long after the deadline to appeal that decision passed, and then decided to start over somewhere else. Scardina has now sued Jack again about the same gender transition cake request, only this time in a different court, the organization noted. The baker could now be forced to shell out $100,000 in damages, fines, and attorney's fees, reported the Christian Post. We live in a country where freedom of speech and religious liberty are protected, ADF argued. While we may disagree on certain issues, we should all be free to live and work according to our beliefs. Jack Phillips, just like every creative professional, has the right to decline to use his artistic abilities to express messages or celebrate events he disagrees with. But over the course of Jack's legal battle, one thing has become abundantly clear. For some, it will never be enough to politely agree to disagree about important issues like the meaning of marriage or whether to celebrate a gender transition. The organization's statement continued. It wasn't enough for Jack to lose 40% of his business after Colorado pursued him the first time. It wasn't enough for Jack to have to defend his freedoms all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. And it wasn't enough for Jack and his family to endure years of harassment and even death threats. For some, it won't be enough until Masterpiece Cake Shop closes its doors and Jack Phillips is in financial ruin. They want Jack, an average American business owner, to pay a hefty price, all because he wants to live according to his faith, ADF added. The district court heard oral arguments on Thursday. A motion to dismiss the lawsuit has been filed by ADF. I wish I knew somebody in Colorado who could answer questions about this for me. But, this is we gotta fucking use our goddamn brains here, Ray. They're clearly going after this guy because they don't like him. Yeah. It's targeted harassment at this point. He should sue in retaliation.
Well, my thing is this. He's just saying, I don't want to do something. Not, I'm doing something offensive, or he's not being derogatory. He's just saying, no, I just don't want to. And what's the harm to him? He's not generating income by refusing business. They can go somewhere else and get that thing made. It's not like he's the only person that can make that thing.
Right.
There's plenty of people. Yeah. So it is, to me, kind of ridiculous that they would say he's not doing something, therefore it's offensive.
And this is where capitalism will show the good parts of it, right? Because the market will always take care of itself. If you were to go down to Main Street, Middletown, Connecticut, and you opened a bar that was solely for Nazis, okay? And you said Nazi bar. It's your right to do so. It is your right to say this bar is only for Nazis. However, nobody's going to frequent that bar, and you will be out of business within 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, there's plenty of bakers who will make the cake you want. So this guy didn't do it the first time. Yeah. So now we got to take him out of business. We got to like fucking cancel him because he believes he has a certain belief system. That is just, and that Colorado would like be a part of this. It's just overreach, man. And it's just that First Amendment and your work, it just feels icky. And that they're still doing it is just even more icky and kind of just shows like the flaws in our legal system where we just fucking sue people because we just don't like them. And we actually have to take it seriously. You know, and any sane person we should be able to say, this is kind of ridiculous. I'm going to throw this out. No, we have to take these people's arguments seriously. When it's not, when it's clearly designed to hurt this guy, and take him out of business, not over a transgender cake, just because he doesn't like him. You know, it could have been any type of cake, you know, another gay cake or whatever it is. You know, you should be allowed to conduct business as you please. Again, you know, as long as it's not hurting me, I don't care. And if you're doing something nobody likes, you're going to go out of business anyways. So,
yeah,
easy enough.
Yeah, I mean, problem solves itself. It's just weird that he is paying for all the legal.
Probably.
I mean, I'm sure it didn't say
probably,
that,
and it's things like this.
See, that's the thing. Like,
go ahead.
All I'm thinking is like, if I had $1 bazillion, if I was Jeff Bezos, and I just didn't like someone, could I just find a reason to sue them until they literally have no money, even if they're in the right and can't like. They shouldn't have to pay for it if they win, in my opinion. Like on something where it's completely frivolous. Like that's insane that I could just be like, I have a bunch of money. I don't like that person. I'm just going to send a lawyer after him and I'll pay this lawyer $1 million a year just to harass that person. Yeah. Like you could basically do that, and right? That's insane.
It's almost legal to do so too. And it's ridiculous. And stories like this will get people away from your side. They may have been on your side to begin with, but when they see you like deliberately going after a guy just because, and you know, then people get that icky feeling and then they turn to the other side. It's kind of like, listen, this presidential race was easy enough to win for the other side. But they chose not to go about it in such a way that they could win. And now they're definitely going to lose, because, they believe half the electorate is stupid. When in fact, if you just kind of appease them and, played the long game and made them think that they're special, maybe you have a chance. What I'm saying is, Ray, people need to learn how to talk again. And, you don't win people on your side by being an asshole. People don't flock to assholes. They flock to people they believe in. That's what I'm saying, Ray.
Oh, watch 100 Humans. It'll teach you a lot about how people react to stuff. It is fascinating. Yeah. I'm telling you. Right. Positive reinforcement. All right, being nice to people.
Who are you thinking? Do you have a winner for Dick of the Week? Don't say it yet because I got to play your goddamn bumper, but
yeah.
You know where you're going?
Right. After much deliberation, the incredibly handsome expert judges have come to the consensus that this week's Dick of the Week award goes to...
All right, Ray, who are you thinking, buddy?
Whoever's suing that guy, everyone involved except for him, like he's minding his own goddamn business.
Yeah.
Fuck all those other people. That's just a dick move. That is just them being spiteful. Nothing else.
The joke here, Ray, was to go either me or Cletus.
Yes.
Yeah, because the non-serious answer always wins, Ray. But I mean, you kind of fucked that up, Ray. And now I'm going to sound like an idiot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, now you're the dick. I'm nominating you for...
No, you know what, Ray? God damn it. Like, you just ruined everything. So I guess...
the whole episode.
Yeah.
Delete it.
Yeah. All right. So I got to bring the article back up again because I closed it because Jesus Christ.
Okay.
But what's this person's
We're
name?
just going to have to re-record tomorrow night.
Autumn Scardina, you're the Dick of the Week. All right. Jesus, Ray... Why, Ray? Why did you do that? Okay, I think that's
unbelievable.
I think that's a show, Ray. I do want to take a moment here to thank some very special people because I don't know if you know this, but we do have a Patreon. And while it's not necessary to join it, it is a great way to support us if you like what we do. As we used to say in Torn Think Tank, if you like to do and you want to support the show, check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/RichDickman. You get something every single week. We still owe one final liquor-fueled pop-up audio. All right, we got to get that done, right? We really, you have to force it out of me too, because I'm going to be lazy about it. But you know, we've had all sorts of stuff up there. We have bonus clips from the episodes. We have bonus episodes. You know, the last couple have been Ray and a bunch of people in the Discord chatting, analyzing Huel and I, doing Ray's catfishing Tinder stuff. So patreon.com/RichDickman just to help support the show. And we do appreciate everybody who does support the show.
And now it's time to thank our patrons in ways other than sending dick pics. Thanks Randy, Svensson, producer Ryan, Freddie, Isaac, Maddie, and Mr. Porno Man.
So thank you guys so much for helping us out.
It's good stuff.
Right. Well, what's going on? What do you got coming up? You doing Isaac's show, and how do we find you?
Yeah, so I believe we're doing that. So obviously that's to be determined. I don't want to plug too much stuff, but we'll probably record it this weekend or something like that, around whatever liquor fuel stuff we might do. And then just on Twitter at Jules Wenfeld. But yeah, I mean, keep calling that voicemail line. Is it 860-316-4776? I got that thing memorized. I had to tell some people to call, so hopefully they'll be able to do that.
More voicemails. Voicemails are always fun because you never know what you're going to get, and we
like them.
I don't look at them first, right? I see the notice come up that we got a voicemail, and I don't read them because. But yeah, Jesus, try reading along the transcription with Isaac's voicemails. I should save those. We should put them on Patreon.
We should,
yeah, and
we should post those on the website maybe. With the episodes, the transcripts of the voicemails.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Is there an easy way to do that?
Yeah,
or just copy and paste.
I think you would just copy and paste it, but they are
maybe
because it's Google Voice, and Google Voice, their translation of whatever words are coming through is horrible.
Maybe we'll put it up for free on the Patreon just to get people to visit, and maybe they'll decide. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah.
There you go.
All right. So speaking of Isaac, check out Isaac's show, Chimping Out with Isaac Jackson, and check out Holy Rollers with Crippled Jesus. You heard Crippled Jesus on a Corona Cast a couple weeks ago. You may be wondering what we did to Corona Cast. Listen, Corona Cast was fun when we all thought Corona was going to go away very soon, but it's not, and it just makes me angry. So I don't know that I can do a good show without complaining all the time. Ray, if you want to do a Corona Cast with somebody, that's fine. I got the room for it. Let me know. And if a good cast comes up, if you guys have a suggestion for somebody we should talk to specifically about the coronavirus, I would love to hear it, and maybe we'll do it again. But I think we're going to stick to the Rich Dickman show, especially since I picked up a couple other projects that I do on the side now, right? Yeah. All right. So, richdickman.com for all your Rich Dickman needs. Go there, click the merch tab, check out our store. We got some awesome stuff there, and we're going to have some Rich Dickman show gaiters pretty soon so that you can cover your face and Rich Dickman can come all over your face. Come out of your face.
What did I thought that was pretty funny. What did I call it? Like a turtleneck face mask or something like that.
Turtleneck face mask. Yeah, it's gonna be.
I think that's funny.
So check that out, please. And then we still have our shirts on Amazon as well. If you're looking for that Eat the Rich shirt, but I mean nobody's into Bernie anymore, so we kind of missed out on that. We got not only did Bernie Sanders get fucked, but we got fucked. All right, that could have been huge. For us, right?
That's the bigger story.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, and we upload all the episodes to YouTube. So if you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, that'd be cool. Just search Rich Dickman; it'll pop up. RichDickmanShow@gmail.com and at Rich Dickman Show on Twitter. You can follow producer Ryan at Ryan TRDS and my mother at Rem_Mama. And of course, there is Randy, my advocate, at Sir Zero with an E. And I am at Rem Dickman. As Ray said earlier, call the Dickman line 860-316-4776. We love the voicemails. We love to get them from you. We love talking to you and hearing from you and all that fun stuff. And again, if you help us out by telling a friend, that's it. Just tell a friend about the show and pass the word along and tell them, hey, listen to Rich Dickman Show because it's pretty okay. It's pretty okay. And of course, finally, I was going to say something. Shit, I forgot what it was. God damn it, Ray. I was going to say something else and I don't remember. Oh, I just drew a blank.
Yeah, there's worse stuff you could listen to. I'll just fill some time. Yeah, there's worse stuff you can listen to than this. Yeah, you can get poked in the eye. Right. Better than a poke in the eye.
Yeah, it's better than a rash in the
Pretty
ass.
much.
Right?
Oh, yeah, way better. Oh, my goodness. Rashes on the ass is terrible. Can't get rid of it. Can't scratch it. You look like a weirdo for scratching it.
I wish I remembered what I was going to say. Anyways, we'll see you next week for episode 104. We're getting closer to the Dick Masterson episode. That's 108. We'll see you soon. Good night.
See ya. You know you're going to remember at like 3 a.m. You'll just wake up, get cold sweat. I know it. I'm going to edit it back in the show or something.
Oh, man. This one on MXT is delicious, by the way. Holy shit.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
So good. I'm so happy.
I used to drink a lot of Captain Coke. Like preposterous amounts.
Yeah. That's I bought a bottle of bottles. I've been doing a lot more drinking now that we can't do anything and we're stuck. So
I think that's everybody.
Yeah, I bought a bottle, and I don't drink soda anymore because I was getting fat, so I stopped drinking soda.
Yes, yeah.
So every once in a while, I'll treat myself. But I bought a little bottle of Coke, and I had my last bits of my Kraken rum. Man, that was a nice dinner I had. Yep, got the wife drinking
combo.
Lots of wine. I got some citrus vodka to make some fruity drinks for her. So yeah, we're just living it up here, just drinking, having a good time.
I know that's what literally everyone. Everyone has seen everything on Netflix.
Yeah.
Is a full blown alcoholic.
Yeah.
Is some sort of expert chef. Shows like Top Chef or whatever. Any of those cooking shows, they're about to have an overwhelming amount of contestants applying to be on those shows now because everyone thinks they're going to be an expert now. They're like, I just spent a month doing nothing but cooking. I think that'll be a.
All right, let's do this. Yeah. This is going to be on Patreon for the bonus. Patreon for the bonus this week. All right, so that's where this is going to end up. But